Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. I am Izwan from Sudana Salam Capital Sudan Berhad, and I'm going to talk about the artificial intelligence or AI application in financial technology. Every day we involve in financial transactions like buying and selling goods and items either via cash, credit card, online transfer, applying for loans, purchasing insurance policy, etc. These financial activities often nowadays are done via technology platform like PayPal, Boost, Ringgit Plus, Acidic.com, etc. This is what we call financial technology, or for short, Fintech. Fintech is how we apply and leverage on technology innovations to improve our experience when doing all these financial activities. Actually, fintech is not new. Credit card was invented in 1950s. ATM machine was invented in the 60s and were all considered fintech as well. However, as the technology evolves over time, the latest and better technology is applied for a better user experience in financial activities. With the growth in better technology like better security and cryptography, web, mobile technology, and biometrics, the last decade has shown tremendous fintech application enhancement like e-commerce, online shopping, online banking, e-wallet, cryptocurrency, and many more. AI is another hot technology being applied for fintech. Automation in banking and financial industry is inevitable for the years to come. Tedious work and manual process in financial industry is already and soon to be assisted by AI. In a recent report by the Cambridge Center for Alternative Finance and the World Economic Forum, by year 2030, AI adoption in fintech will take up the workforce by 19%. Talking about AI in fintech, there are some very useful AI applications that I would like to discuss further, like robo advisory, intelligent credit risk assessment, fraud detection, stock market trend prediction, and using OCR to extract info and detect anomalies in bank statement. Let's take a look at robo advisory. Robo advisory in the context of personal financial management is a digital advisor to a person to help managing one's personal financial portfolios. AI is used to analyze all the financial habits and trends of a person and often able to advise that person on spending more wisely, suggesting investment instruments, cutting down some budgets, and income tax tips and tricks. For this context, apart from machine learning being applied as expert system, it is often applying natural language processing technology to communicate with the user as naturally as possible. Robo-advisory in a bigger context of fund management of investment agencies is far more critical. In other words, robo-advisors are like automated portfolio managers. You can think of them as an autopilot for investors or fund managers. Even though it is an autopilot, Like an airline pilot, it is not a total replacement, but it assists the fund managers to make better and faster decisions. After initially answering a series of questions about an investor's resources and financial goals, the robo advisors will make ongoing decisions about how to invest the client's money. AI technology used for the fund management context is far more brutal. Considering the criticality of the business mission, the AI models need to be trained with massive stock market indicators data. Here, extensive deep learning models need to achieve to avoid poor decision that leads to millions of ringgit losses. A poll by industry data firm Barclay H16 in 2018 found that 56% of respondents were using these tools in their investment processes, while 33% were using machine learning for risk management. In a nutshell, this is how an overall robo-advisory architecture in financial planning and fund management looks like, with data from various indicators that determine the market price. Another field of AI application is credit risk evaluation. Every citizen who wants to apply for loans and buying insurance policy needs somehow to be assessed for the risk assessment. For example, your credit worthiness or your ability to pay debts based on past records, lifestyle, financial habits, and demographic background will determine how eligible you are for loans and credit facilities. If you are buying insurance policy, your lifestyle and health background will determine your premium pricing. These processes are often tedious process at the financial institutions. They are dealing with lots of data coming from various sources just to ensure the risk is covered. In this case, AI is used to examine cash accounts, credit reports, and investment accounts to look at a person's overall financial health, keeping up with real-time changes, and then creating customized advice based on new incoming data. AI and machine learning through artificial neural network classification model methodologies have benefited the banks and Fintech as they can process vast amounts of information about customers. Alternatively, the artificial neural network model may process input data from social media, telecommunication repayment records, and utility usage and payment records. These data and information are then compared to obtain results about suitable services and products that customers want. Using AI, the financial institution can better predict risk and proper pricing and profit rate. In the area of fraud detection, banks, especially through their credit card facilities, are facing millions of ringgit of losses fighting fraud cases. Some 40% of all frauds that occurred in e-commerce are attributed to hijacking of identities virtually. Millions of credit card transactions are being transacted each day. Without an intelligent automated approach to scan all the digital transactions, it is impossible for banks to detect fraud. If they do, maybe it is too late to take action. Credit card fraud is one of the most difficult fraud to detect due to its real-time transaction nature. Accounting fraud can lead to loan fraud, but this type of fraud isn't just limited to businesses presenting fraudulent information on their loan applications. When individuals present false information in order to obtain a loan, that is also a loan fraud. Similarly, if a thief steals someone's identity and applies for a loan in their name, that is another type of loan fraud. Additionally, if someone has line of credit and a scam artist draw funds from that line, that also falls into this category. AI is also being employed in the fight against money laundering, a big challenge for banks worldwide. The criminals use sophisticated methods to try to bypass rules employed by many financial institutions, so they remain undetected. Reliable predictions are difficult. With available public datasets too small, the number of false positives today is considered unacceptably high. Better performance is being seen using artificial neural network and machine learning algorithms, which outperform traditional statistical methods. So what's next? Having talked about all the AI applications in fintech, the effort does not stop here. While the AI level today is still considered as infancy stage, there will be much more exciting improvements in the future of AI application in fintech. AI will also be able to greatly increase the level of security surrounding personal banking and payment systems. Many banks have already implemented voice recognition to access account information, and with the addition of facial recognition, we could soon see the authorization of simple transactions following completion of these security checks. AI is developing at an incredible pace, and we are only at the beginning of our journey in understanding its true capabilities. What is clear already is that it will play an ever increasing role within the financial services sector, helping customers make the most of the services offered by the banks and other institutions. But I believe that it is in the combination with humans rather than as they are replacement that we will see AI deliver the biggest benefit to customers. Whether it is document processing, anti-money laundering, fraud detection, predictive banking, or customer service, AI offers a level of efficiency that is unparalleled in the history of banking. With access to virtually unlimited data, AI can see trends, patterns, and data points in a much larger context than the average human could easily discern. Best of all, with an increasing focus on privacy, AI represents a viable way to use that data in a safe and responsible manner. Thank you.